Hey guys, what's up? DC. All right, low passing, under and over pass. Let's get stuck straight into it, no mucking around. So first we want to control one leg. Okay, we're going to control the leg just by sitting on it, toes on the mat, squeezing the knees, not too hard, just controlling it comfortably. My arm is going to go over the top, so armpit needs to go over the knee. All right, we don't want to go underneath the knee line for this pass. We can do that later on. Cool? So over the top. We're going to make the grip about 1 inch up from the pants. So just here, make a grip. Don't grab inside the pants. It can hurt your fingers, and also it's deemed an illegal grip in competition. So make sure that you're gripping about 1 inch up and you're holding here. So that's our leverage there, right there. Boom. Cool? Just like that. Second arm is going to go underneath. As we go underneath, we want to make a wedge with our forearm. So the first thing I do is I make connection with my forearm underneath the hip. That's going to allow me to control the hip a lot easier. Okay, so first grip, over the top. Second one, let me just spin. Second one, watch. Forearm comes underneath. First, karate chop them in the side, then make the grip. That's going to allow me to control the hip, all right? From here, we're going to do our sprawl. Now, I'm going to show you the head placement here so you guys can kind of see it a little bit easier. So I've got the hip controlled, I've got the outside leg, the inside leg here, the over the top leg controlled here. All right. Now it's important that when I go through to put my head on the mat, that I maximize pressure through the hips by using my shoulders and my chest. It's not like this, guys. I'm not sprawling back. This is not how you do it. This is how I see a lot of people do this, but it's not correct. We need to make sure we're maximizing the hips, okay, and hip control. So when we're here and we're like this, we're driving. What I like to do is use my inside of my shoulder to drive the leg open. Okay, that puts a stretch through the hips and it's uncomfortable. And I'm going to try to put my chin right down where his pocket would be. And at the same time, I'm going to do my sprawl. So I'm going to lean first, just like that. Cool? All right, so it's a lean. It's not a push. It's not a drop down. It's not a hips to the floor. At this point, we're going to start to lean forward. So lean, 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 using your shoulder to open the hip and control here. All right, just like that. For now. All right, so all my weight over the hips, my body weight over the hips here. Now is the time when I start to look for the sprawl. So from here, instead of sprawling my hips to the mat, what I like to do is stretch my legs back slightly and turn my leg in. Now, it looks like I'm going the wrong direction. That's because I want to take away the space and the ability for my partner to regain guard. Okay, so at the moment, I just go to here like this. Now, look where my knees are. One knee is turning in, toes to the mat. Second knee is not up, it's going to be down. I'm minimizing the amount of space that my partner can start to make hooks. All right, if my leg is up, he can hook. If my leg is down, he can hook. If my leg is straight, he can hook. But if I turn my knees in towards myself, it's much harder. Watch the sprawl now, guys. I'm going to stretch my leg, and then as I stretch my leg, I bring my other leg and I change my position, but I stay on the hips. My hips stay over the top of the leg. All right, so 1, 2, move the leg, so I stretch, move, change, toes on the mat. All right, that's the drive that I'm getting all the time. If he's moving, I'm moving, okay? If I'm here, all right, my hip is lining up, I'm moving, I can move. No problem. Cool, straw, boom, change. Now, when you're here, guys, we're going to have to go off the leg. That's going to be one of the hard parts. So, well, not hard parts, but we need to do it correctly. We're not going to go straight from here to side control. We're going to work our way up slowly, and we're going to do it with some different grips. So, from here, I go down, boom, look. I sprawl, my hip is down, stretch my leg, change my angle, I'm still on that leg there. Cool? Now watch, as I roll my shoulder into the middle of the belly, that shoulder there, that's going to give me some control of the hip and the upper body, slightly. I'm also pulling his hip towards me with the hand on the belt. And as I do this, I don't bring my knee to his side, I'm going to bring it under his butt. Okay, so it's going to look like this. I've got the pants leg still. I'm here. I roll, putting pressure now. Drive through my toes. I bring my knee past and bring it under the butt. And I connect my knee and my elbow together. Try to. All right, like that. Cool. So, we're 1, 2, grip. All right, like this. Drive forward, sprawl but turn. As we turn, we're going to move our legs, go to the side. From here, watch, I drive my shoulder, bring my knee under the butt. Now, usually your partner's going to start pushing on your hips. So if I go to the head, I've got all this space I have to fill up here that they can work with. It's going to be very difficult to go from here straight to the chest or get the head because I can't get my arm under his head. So I make a grip on the collar right near his shoulder. All right, just like that. From here, I'm gonna go thumb in, drop my elbow to the mat. So I'm hinging off his shoulder with the grip. I use this arm to line my elbow up with his elbow. He's going to be pushing, so now what I do is I keep my weight over at the same time as I open space with his elbow, with my elbow. I'm going to bring my knee and take up the space here. Keep the neck control too. Keep your elbows nice and close. From this position, I'm going to slide my weight over, make control of the head and grip the gi. Now my hand can come out. I take my hand out from between the legs, boom. I don't go under the arm. All right, I prefer instead of going here and giving the guy some space to go here, I prefer to take my hand from here. I bring it down close, my elbow close to his hip, make a wedge, hand goes on top. I'm not even gripping here. All I'm doing is just keeping my forearm on top of his forearm. If his hand goes down to try to get an underhook, I just close my elbow. If his hand goes above his head, I can start to look. I just follow with my forearm and I can start to look for the kimuras. So this isolates the arm, all right? I just keep it, my forearm on the bicep. He comes down, I close, he goes up, I put my hand to the mat. Every time he moves, I just close. Now, the hip placement, I don't like to be too much on my knees here. I just roll my hip out again and I sit in this direction here. So I've got control here. Every time he goes to push on my hip, I just dig my elbow and I've got control of the arms here. Cool? So, again, control the leg, go over the top, armpit over the knee, pistol grip, use the shoulder, drive forward, roll off, active toes on the mat. You want to be pushing into your partner and pulling the hips towards you while your head stays down. Okay, stretch the leg, change the angle. Step from here, roll the shoulder, bring the knee under the belly, under the butt. From here, they start to push, no problem. Make the grip, make sure it's not too tight. We're just gripping near the chest for now. Elbow goes in, open, close the position here. Now the head can go under, hand can go under. Make the thumb grip. Once you're here, slide your weight to the chest. Take your hand out from under the butt now. Wedge it, so you're literally just guiding it down into the hip. So elbow to the hip, hand onto the bicep here. Cool. And we're going to change our hip position to hip on hip, toes on the mat, and stay here like this. All right, guys, that's the under and over pass, or one variation. Tomorrow, I'll go over the next variation. When they catch your leg, we'll look at how we can get the leg out from there. So I hope you enjoyed the videos, got something out of it. We're going to keep these going until we get back to regular classes, guys. Cool?